Greetings, my friends on YouTube. I am the animation commentator coming to you with another video. I hope everyone is doing well. And before we begin, I have a public service announcement. This week, Disney's Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is coming out in theaters. Now, instead of taking your family and loved ones, or taking yourself and wasting the time and money to go watch that movie, which is bound to be a dumpster fire, I would recommend you to just stay home and pop in a classic Christmas movie. Personally, I would recommend Frosty the Snowman, but another great one, and actually the best all-time movie ever, as far as the Christmas genre is concerned, is It's a Wonderful Life. I would highly recommend watching It's a Wonderful Life for Christmas and not taking your family to see that Star Wars movie for Christmas. And also, I would like to give another shout out to Odin's Movie Blog. Keep up the great work, my friend. And now, without further ado, let us bring in Sir Persevere. Sir Persevere, the floor is yours.
Salutations, most gracious viewers. I am Sir Persevere, Knight of the Hand-Drawn Realm, avenger of the high-quality hand-drawn arts, and critic of overrated Pixar animation. Before we proceed, I wish to remind anyone who is a minor that my channel is not for children. With that obligatory announcement out of the way, let us proceed. As I stated in the previous video, my host and I decided that a personal boycott against Netflix was in order. However, that said, Nicholas also has a coworker who has been gracious enough to share his account with him. That enables us to view Netflix content without paying that company a dime. I bring up Netflix now because an interesting development has occurred on that site. While scrolling through the new content featured on the platform, I was excited to discover that Genndy Tartakovsky's Sym-Bionic Titan has been added. For those of you who do not know, Sym-Bionic Titan was a show released on Cartoon Network in 2010, and it remains one of Genndy Tartakovsky's greatest achievements. In fact, until the recent Primal show came out on Adult Swim, Sym-Bionic Titan was my favorite show created by Mr. Tartakovsky. The basic premise of Sym-Bionic Titan is that a princess, her bodyguard, and a robot escape from another planet and crash land on Earth. Both the princess and the bodyguard have awesome giant suits of armor. They can combine their robot suits with their robot caretaker to become a towering titan. Their ability to form this titan comes in handy multiple times, as the evil general from their native planet sends giant monsters to Earth to wreak havoc and attempt to destroy the princess. When they aren't fighting giant aliens, the three of them disguise themselves as students at the local high school. The Princess Alana has a cheerful and optimistic personality. I love Alana, her peculiar haircut notwithstanding. She represents the heart of the wayward trio of fugitives, and her robot suit forms the heart of Titan. She feels the weight of responsibility on her shoulders as she desires to return to her home planet to rescue her father from the evil general. However, she has to balance this desire with the fact that her survival is paramount, because monarchy dictates that the heir to the throne has to survive to ensure some spark of hope in the people. People really need to get a democratic system going on their planet, but I digress. The bodyguard is named Lance. He's the embodiment of everything a guy could want. Good looks, great physique, and martial arts that can knock gangs of criminals clean out of their socks. For all these factors in his favor, he tends to be the moody, brooding teen at school that has antisocial tendencies. No one can blame him for his loner attitude. He was shunned as an orphan kid by bullies on his home planet. Even when he was an accomplished young military commander, he was still being accused of crimes he didn't commit. Just before the evil general took over Alana's home planet, the king saw the error of his ways and trusted the care of Alana to Lance. Lance represents the body of the trio, and his suit forms the metal body of Titan. Perhaps the most dynamic character of our heroes is Octus, the caretaker robot. When he isn't camouflaging as a human, his default form is an energy field enveloped around a robotic sphere and wires. He represents the mind of the trio and is, respectively, the mind of Titan. What makes him dynamic is that he is a robot, but he develops a personality because sentience was somehow programmed into his circuitry. He even falls in love with one of the popular girls at the school. I get the sweet romantic gesture of a popular girl falling in love with a chubby nerd. By the way, Octus does disguise himself as a chubby human nerd at the school. But girls falling in love with robots? Come on! Haven't we had enough of this trope of humans falling in love with non-human creatures? No matter how much they love each other, it would never work. To quote Rev Tevye from Fiddler on the Roof, a bird may love a fish, but where will they build the nest? Anyway, Octus suffers from a total system shutdown near the end of the first season, so Titan cannot be formed, but gets revived in time to save the day in the last episode. As I said near the beginning of the video, Sym-Bionic Titan came out about 10 years ago on Cartoon Network. Sadly, it only got one season. A lot of loose ends were never addressed, and the evil general who conquered Alana's planet remains in charge to this day. However, now that Sym-Bionic Titan is on Netflix, I now wonder, will Sym-Bionic Titan finally get a second season? A lot of fans, including myself, have long awaited the return of the Titan. It could be nothing, of course. After all, Netflix is facing some financial difficulty. A fact that I'm not sympathetic about. However, Netflix also has the habit of reviving shows that it acquires. A famous example is The Magic School Bus. However, that was an unnecessary reboot, and I hate the animation style used in that new Magic School Bus show. I love the original Magic School Bus show, as it was perfect in every way, and the animators could actually animate. Anyway, let's get back to Sym-Bionic Titan. Now that it's on Netflix, will Sym-Bionic Titan get that elusive second season? We'll see, though nothing is announced for now. Even if a second season were made, the only way I would support it would be if Netflix gave full creative control to Jenny Tartakovsky and allowed him to do the second season with the same art style that he used in the first season. If you have any insights or thoughts on this development, please post it in the comments below. And now, my friends, go forth, be gracious to everyone, and may God bless you.